The devil's goal and the devil's sole purpose is to bring division. John 10:10, for the enemy comes to steal and kill and destroy. And we see this in the beginning of the Bible. I felt led to read the book of Genesis, specifically chapter 2 and 3. And I've already read chapter 3 a couple times, which is about the fall of Adam and Eve, when the devil tempts them and deceives them into eating from the tree of knowledge of good and evil, which God says not to eat from. But something that I feel like the Holy Spirit brought to my attention is that there is a reason why the devil wanted them to disobey God. Think about it. They already had life. They had everything they needed in the Garden of Eden. They were fully supplied. They were lacking nothing. They had dominion over the earth. God placed them in the Garden of Eden to rule over his creation, to rule over his animals, to rule over the sea. God said that he gave them every breathing animal, every green plant for food, that they may be fruitful and multiply. And they also had a relationship with God. They lived in the presence of God. So in the book of Genesis, when the serpent goes to Eve and he says, did God really say you must not eat from any tree in the garden? He does this because he knows that if they do disobey and eat from the tree, then comes separation from God. And if the devil can separate you from God, he can separate you from life and peace, from relationship with the one who created you. And if you are separated from God, then you don't know your purpose. Then you don't know your identity as a child of God. Then you don't know your authority. Luke 10:19 says that God has given us authority over the devil so that nothing will overcome us, but to not rejoice that spirits submit to us, meaning that God has given us the authority for spirits to submit to, but that our names are written in heaven. We even see this in Jesus' disciples. Jesus literally tells Peter to pray because the devil has asked to sift all the disciples like wheat, meaning to separate. And Jesus tells Peter that he has prayed so that he will be strengthened so that when he comes back, he can bring back all of his brothers back to Jesus. The devil knows that there is power in unity, which is why he'll do anything and everything in his power to stop it, whether that be miscommunication, hatred, jealousy. And what happens when those certain emotions go unchecked? It leads to sin, and sin leads to separation. But it is through love that we are united, which is why Jesus constantly says that the second greatest commandment is to love your neighbor as yourself. Sin creates division, but love brings unity. Sin caused us to be separated from God, but it was Christ's love that he connected us back to God through his sacrifice on the cross.